I wouldn't say it's a deep red like blood. It's more kind of pinkish.
Well, I'm telling you right now, they about to blood sacrifice this motherfucker right now, son. Not right now, but you know, here in a couple of days, weeks, months, like Bobby Christina. No, I think he had heroin. I think he had that heroin.
Cocaine and was taking that herbal sexual enhancement product. And now we know Khloe Kardashian will be making all medical decisions. She has power of attorney over medical decisions because...
This is a guy who has not been dealt a very good hand. His mother died of cancer when he was very young. His grandmother ended up raising him, but then she died of cancer. He had a 6-month-old son who died of sudden infant death syndrome. And his father was a heroin addict who was very much in and out of his life. After his LA Lakers career, he ended up going into drug and alcohol rehab. Crack cocaine addiction was reportedly at the center of his breakup with Khloe Kardashian. Despite all of this, he managed to be a really sensitive person for the people around him, known as an incredible teammate. And maybe it's because he had gone through so much.
One dude that actually cared about other people other than himself.
Ariva Martin, attorney and legal consultant, and Michael Catherwood. Michelle, what do we know about Lamar's condition now? And specifically, there's rumors about, well, there's rumors flying around. Set us straight with what you do know.
Yeah, I was going to say there's rumors about everything out there right now, Dr. Drew. Here's what we do know and what we have been told earlier today.
They're about to blood sacrifice Lamar Odom for the Kardashians for Bruce Jenner not fucking committing to his blood sacrifice.
Last night, and that the situation was touch and go with him then, that he has improved a little bit today, but he is still in a medically induced coma. So that's what we know.
Hey, Bobby Christina was in a medical induced coma, and guess what? She never came out of it either.
He is also still on a breathing machine.
And do you know who is with him there at the hospital, Michelle?
Yeah, we do know basically the entire Kardashian-Jenner family, minus Caitlyn Jenner, and I think minus Rob Kardashian, Scott Disick, and Kanye
Yeah,
West.
Rob, you fat fucking bitch. I thought you were supposed to be Lamar's homeboy, you fat fucking piece of shit. Yo, oh, it's about me and my socks. Oh, it's about me and my socks. I'm too fat to go on camera. I'm too fat to go on camera, you fat piece of shit. Rob, you probably the reason why Lamar's on the fucking drugs. Cause your little fat fucking punk ass was probably doing that shit when y'all ass went to fucking Vegas, to the Bunny Ranch. You fucking fat bastard. Where the fuck you at now when Lamar had your fucking back, bastard?
Coaching staff, no one has anything.
Fuck you, Rob Kardashian, you piece of fucking shit.
One of those liked people when he was with his time on the Lakers.
And is so often the case, this disease of addiction takes our best, our brightest, our most sensitive people.
Well, I mean,
just beware, Rob Kardashian, you piece of fucking shit. Guess what? You gonna be next, you motherfucker.
You even further if you are a naturally sensitive.
Cause who
person.
fucking had your back? That man right
does,
there, you piece of fucking shit.
It discriminates in zero ways, but I do think you're more susceptible if you are someone.
And I would, Mike, you're a recovering person.
Yeah.
And you use substances very similar to what has happened here.
Yeah, definitely.
And what I was trying on Anderson Cooper a few minutes ago, I was trying to make the point that people that do cocaine over long periods of time will often trickle in opiates, pills, heroin, whatever.
What I tell you, heroin, and they on that sniff. That's how you got that bloody nose in that foam. They don't come from cocaine. They come from heroin.
Use my own experience as my guidance.
And Anderson asked, why would somebody put an opiate, a downer in with an upper? So you could address that.
Well,
too.
why would someone order 2 cheeseburgers when they got the fries already? It's just because you want more. It's more fun. And after prolonged use of any substance, whether it be caffeine or cocaine, you start to develop a tolerance. The effects of it, the fun, starts to wear down, and that's when you start to become a poly user. And I never really had too many health scares when I was strictly using cocaine. As soon as I started to introduce heroin, I was going to the hospital so frequently I lost count.
What I tell you, heroin.
And Mike, and it still didn't stop him. Did not stop him.
I know, I'm familiar with your story, and it's heartbreaking because addiction affects the entire family and everybody around you. And you mentioned how sensitive Lamar was. And then you couple that with the scrutiny that he has had with the media, you know, the downfall of his career, the downfall of his marriage. He lost his best friend just about a year ago, also an overdose. So, and then of course you look at his family history and you almost see this as a recipe for a disaster.
Good.
Well, I'm kind of intimately involved in this story. My old college roommate at the University of Houston grew up with Lamar. So I've met Lamar on many occasions. Kids that I train when I'm coaching knew Lamar. And there was a brief intervention this summer. They stayed in the house Lamar was living in Los Angeles over the summer. And one of them told him flat out, dude, you're on drugs. You're a drug addict. Like, we can't do this. Luckily, those kids are off in college now, and I'm happy about that. But if you know Lamar at all, he was on borrowed time. And I say that because where he came from, what he grew up watching, a dad on heroin, mother dying before he's 12, his grandmother dies of cancer, he loses his son. As he said it himself,
he blood sacrificed his son.
Me. And then to involve himself, I mean, even in his first year in the NBA, there was marijuana busts where he was being suspended and being sat down. Like, this has constantly been in his life.
He didn't have what makes me insane, and Mike and I both who have intimate long-term experience.
But I'm not saying this about Lamar. I'm saying this about the Kardashians. The Kardashians have to have a sacrifice, and this would be the biggest sacrifice.
What he's going through right now, because he's not going to be the same afterwards. Trust me. But I wouldn't. He didn't have to go through this. People
but I hope
get better
he comes back from it. You hear me once. I hope he comes back from this. God bless his soul. That's twice.
Of the Love Ranch where Lamar Odom had been staying for the weekend. Dennis, you there with us?
If somebody was found guilty.
He is interviewing with somebody else, it looks like. Is that correct? Dennis, can you hear us? All right, I'm going to go back to...
I have a question for you because you have dealt with addicts for decades, and when they described in the previous package that they found him with a pink liquid coming down, what does that tell you?
He's in respiratory failure is really what it tells me. I mean, it might have been some erosion of the lining of his nose from cocaine, for instance. That could happen. But it's just when people are filled with fluid, they're aspirated, and they've got pneumonia or heart failure, it just comes out.
We know, Dr. Drew, these cases always raise so many questions, not just medical questions, but legal questions too. We watched this with Bobby Christina. Who's going to make the decisions? And we know that even though Chloe and Lamar had filed for the divorce, there was a stipulation for divorce filed with the courts, but not that has been finalized. So technically they're not divorced. She's still his wife.
And now she has durable power of attorney.
She has power of attorney, but she has to make some really critical decisions. And you've already said you wouldn't want to come out of a situation like this. We saw with Bobby Christina, her family allowed her to remain in that kind of vegetative state for an extended period of time.
What was different, I hope I can...
Am I psychic, or do I just know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Massive brain damage. We don't have that kind of a story here. We don't really have all the facts.
But he talks too much. He knows a lot, but he talks too much. I was just wondering if this guy listens to... I was just wondering if he knows what he's talking about.
The thing for this person is to go on into the afterlife. That's a very appropriate and reasonable conversation to have about your 95-year-old grandmother. We're talking about a 35-year-old man.
That's right.
And I think I'm guilty of it as everyone is. When you see someone on TV, when you put a athlete on a pedestal like that, you also in the world of reality.
That title was wrong. He used heroin.
This is a real living, breathing person.
That's not cocaine.
It's
cocaine.
As difficult as it is, one thing that happens though, we know, when you have a durable power of attorney and a healthcare directive, often you've had some conversation with that person who's going to be making those decisions about what you want to happen to you. Do you want to be on prolonged life support?
Yeah, I want to be on prolonged life support because I might come back out of it. Don't pull my plug yet. Don't kill me, bitch.
We don't know yet how bad the brain damage is. We don't know if you can come and give us a few more days and then we can make the decision. That's probably what's going to happen here. Next up, the conversation continues. Later, I have a new videotape tonight of a Texas councilman being tased by police.
Shut up, councilman.
Join us back up.
I said, shut up. We know who you is. Shut up.